Hi, this is Sam with Southside Worship at Southside Church and Nazarene. And today I want to talk about our guitar rig setup. The most important thing about your guitar tone starts at the guitar itself and the pickups that are in it. So this is a Gretsch hollow body guitar with Bigsby and has TV Jones pickups in it. Obviously, it's important for the player to have the strings set up to the right height, the pickup set up to the right height on the strings, also tuners that stay in tune, because as most guitar players will tell you, the most important thing about playing guitar is being in tune. Everything else comes second to that, because if you're out of tune, then everything sounds bad. So I want to talk about signal chain and how we get our guitar tone for our band. So obviously it comes out of the TV Jones pickups in the guitar. The first thing it hits is a compressor pedal. This compressor pedal is on all the time, just levels the signal from the guitar, cuts off any peaks that you might have. The second thing it goes to from the compressor pedal is it goes into the volume pedal. So this enables us to have compression without having volume, as opposed to adjusting our compression by giving the compression pedal different volume. So the volume pedal is second. Out of the volume pedal, it goes into tuner and our first overdrive. This is a Soul Foods overdrive. With both of the overdrives, they're set to not actually distort, but just increase volume. That way, once you stack the pedals or use them individually, it is not actually distorting the sound. It's just increasing the volume, increasing the gain, and the amp, which we'll get to later, actually does the work of giving it that distorted sound, distorting the tubes in the amp. So first thing it goes to is our first overdrive, which is a Soul Foods. Here's what it sounds like off. Here's with it. So just a little volume increase, not much drive increase. As you can see, we have our drive knob all the way down, tone knob set in the middle, volume increase just a little bit, right about 2 or 3 o'clock. The next pedal it goes into is the Scarlet Love. This overdrive is set with more gain than this overdrive. Gain knob's up just slightly from 0. Volume is almost cranked all the way, and then we have a little bit of an EQ on it, boosting the mids and the low end a little bit. This is what it sounds like off. Here's what they sound like stacked. Here's with the pickup switch to the bridge one. Need even more gain magically. We have a tiny little boost that comes next. Just a volume boost, no gain, no EQ on it. So that is what it sounds like with all three of them on. Obviously, when David's playing guitar or when I'm playing guitar, it's usually either the Soul Foods and a boost, or Soul Foods and Scarlet Love, or Scarlet Love and a boost. It's never really all three of them at the same time. The next thing it does is it comes out of the boost and it goes to the Boss MD200. This does a lot of different things. Right now we have it set all the way on, just on a very slight chorus effect to give your raw sound before delay and reverb a little bit of a stereo spread. So the other things that we do on it is a heavier chorus for certain things, flanger for certain things. It also has a tremolo, flanger, vibrato, other things that you can use with it, and it's very easy just to tap different presets once you set up the memory to do that. But right now we just have it on a little bit of slight chorus. Out of the Boss MD200, it goes from that to the amps. Okay, so these amps are fairly new design. They are Synergy preamp card housings with two Morgan, it's an AC30 Morgan copy of the card slots. There are preamp tubes in each one of these, but it gives you the same, probably 98% of the authentic vintage AC30, either Vox or Morgan sound, without having to lug around big amps, but also keeping your stage volume quiet. We've really liked the sound of these. We really think they sound good. You can buy this as a dual chassis and you can rack mount it, or because we don't have a rack mount or space and we travel a lot, we got individual ones, especially if you need to play in mono at a venue or whatever. So we are doing our effects in a loop after the amp. So the amp's coming first and then our reverb and delay is being put on top of it. So it comes out of amps and it goes into cab sim. This is the Flamma FS07 pedal. You can load 3 different cabs in for different guitars. Maybe you're playing a Strat and you, Strat, and you want to have a Fender cab, or you want a 15, or you want a 410, or whatever, depending on what you're playing genre-wise. It comes out of the amps, goes into your cabs. In my personal opinion, I think IR is just about the same as using a real cab. I mean, all you do, put your mic in front of it, you image your speaker and you load it into this cab, or you can buy them online. A lot of people have them. But if you want somebody else's sound, for example, Elevation or Bethel, their guitar players actually sell that, and you can just load it into this IR loader. After the IR loader, so now you've had your amp and your speaker, it goes back in to our delay. Delay is coming before reverb. Obviously the image is a little bit stereo now because we've ran chorus. Once you get to your delay, we can run any types of delay. Here's what it sounds like with just a quarter note delay. I really love the timeline. I think it does a lot of things well. There's a lot of different settings on it. It's really easy to switch between banks. And then also for worship especially, my favorite feature of the timeline, pastors going on, you can really just... You can really just loop stuff and have it keep playing. So that way you don't have to play it yourself over and over again of the same chord progression. That enables you to go on top of it and dub some stuff on top of it. Out of the delay pedal, it goes into the Strymon Big Sky reverb pedal. Right now we just have it set up to do a small plate, medium plate, large plate. On the second or third page, we have some swells, some larger damp rooms that are loaded into it. Out of the reverb, it comes into the direct box, which goes to front of house. They do a little bit of boosting in the mids, a little bit of a cut at 3 or 4K just to fit the vocal mic in. Other than that, it's not totally compressed signal, and it gives the front of house opportunity to compress it even more if they want, but you have a fairly level signal coming in before that. So here's a few clips of it being used in a real worship service and played. I hope you enjoy. Your kingdom come.